morning, Slippery Rock. I'm Ashley Crago.
And I'm Aisha Aldubian.
Tonight, we'll have this week's news, weather, sports, and more.
Despite the negative publicity that he and his company, Touring Pharmaceuticals, have received in the last month, Martin Scarelli's decision to raise the price of Darperman has inspired the company Imprimis Pharmaceuticals to create their own medical alternative to those suffering from HIV and AIDS. Scarelli, who became Touring Pharmaceuticals CEO last month, raised the price of the important drug from $13.50 per tablet to $750 per tablet, a change in which resulted in a raise of over 5,000%. Although Touring Pharmaceuticals' decision to raise its prices has been drastic, Imprimis Pharmaceuticals is charging $99 for a bottle of 100 pills, or roughly 99 cents per pill.
This week from 12 to 1 in the afternoon, Dr. Joy Erda will be holding a mediation session. The mediation will be on Friday, October 30th in 225 Patterson Hall. On November 2nd from 4:45 to 5:45 in the afternoon, there will be Zumba in 225 Patterson Hall with Dr. Kim Smith. On November 3rd, there will be cycle aerobics for faculty and staff from 4:45 to 5:30 in the evening. The cycling will be at the Morrow Fieldhouse Room 31 and 32. Beginning on September 8th, there will be a yoga for staff and faculty every Tuesday. Yoga will be in 225 Patterson Hall with Barbara Harp.
This week on campus on Wednesday, October 28th, there will be a spooktacular carnival. The event will be out in the quad from 6 to 8 in the evening, and it will be fun for all ages. The Maltby Art Gallery will be continuing their current exposition called Appetite, Process and Priority of Consumption. The exhibit will be in the gallery from October 12th until this Thursday, October 29th. On Thursday, October 29th, from 7:30 to 8:30 at night, the Music Therapy Club will be hosting a benefit concert at the Swope Recital Hall. The benefit concert will support music therapy majors so they can attend their regional conference. The concert will have contemporary music and information about music therapy. Donations will be accepted at the door. All students are welcome. Be sure to check out events on campus each week.
Were you heading to Sheetz this past Saturday morning for your morning coffee? Then you probably saw the group of 120 SRU students helping take care of our grounds around town. Around 8:30, these students volunteered to plant about 1,000 new tulip bulbs. They planted all along the main street and even down at the elementary school. Once all the students got their assignments, they went straight to work, pulling weeds and replanting bulbs. Just wait until they all start blooming in the spring.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have your sports, weather, and more.
Do you enjoy giving back to your community? On November 5th from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., there's an Empty Bowls event in the Smith Student Center. Many individuals will enjoy a hearty meal of soup, bread, and a drink, and will receive a unique bowl to take home for bringing a donation or canned good. The proceeds from the meal will be benefiting local hunger-fighting organizations, food banks, and international charities. What better way to give back than filling your bellies?
This week we went out into the field and talked to students about the best food in Slippery Rock.
Hello everyone and welcome to WSRU TV News. I'm Morgan Koziar. Today we headed out to the quad to find out what is the best food in Slippery Rock. What is the best food in Slippery Rock?
Bob's Subs is really good, and so is the brewery.
Good answer.
Well, I think the smoothies are awesome. Elia used to be great when they had gyros, but they don't have it anymore. And I work at Rocky's, so I gotta say, go to Rocky's and get your food. Or Quaker Steak. Quaker Steak's really good. The subs are the best, though. Definitely, for sure. I think so, anyways. I mean, wraps are cool, too. Honestly, all the food here is pretty good. Boozle's only good sometimes under the right conditions.
Right.
Wink, wink. And yeah, is that all the places here? That's all the places you can eat at Slippery Rock, right?
Yeah.
All right, just come here to eat, I guess.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rocky, where's your favorite place to eat in Slippery Rock?
I would have to say the Campus Grill, actually. It's pretty good. I'd have to say Boozle. I mean, I like the all-you-can-eat food, and I really like Kathy's Kitchen, so I like going there with my friends.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Boozle. I like the all-you-can-eat food.
My favorite place to get food in the town of Slippery Rock would be the Giant Eagle. It's the Giant Eagle because I'm a health nut, and it's very hard to find foods that are healthy at fast food locations or even in the dining hall sometimes. So I like to go to the Giant Eagle where I can get my kombucha and my salad and things that are all, for healthy people like me.
What do you eat on campus as far as, coming from someone that wants to eat healthier?
It's not really where I eat, but what I choose when I'm there. So if I'm at the dining hall, instead of pizza, which is pretty much the available thing if you just want something fast, I will eat just salad, and if they have any vegetables. I'm also a vegetarian, so that rules out all the meat. But it's just being selective. It doesn't really matter where you go. There's usually something for healthy people, but it's a little harder to find.
That's it for this week's Topic of the Week. Hope you have a good one, Slippery Rock.
Thanks, Morgan. We're going to send it over to Ryan Hill for this week's sports.
Hi, and I'm Ryan Hill with the sports. The Slippery Rock University football team pulled off a close win against the PSAC West rival IUP on Saturday by a final of 40-39. The Rock pulled out an early 9-0 lead within the first 4 minutes, but were trailing 20-9 by the end of the first quarter. The green and white were led by a rushing attack by Shamar Green, who had 192 yards and 1 touchdown, and Julian Durden, who had 30 yards and 2 scores. Quarterback Dante Nania finished the game with nearly 300 yards of total offense and 2 total touchdowns. Slippery Rock, who is now ranked number 13th in the country, will travel to Edinburgh to square off against the Fightin' Scots on Saturday for a 12 p.m. kickoff. For the Pittsburgh Steelers fell on the road to the Kansas City Chiefs by a final score of 23-13 on Sunday afternoon. The Black and Gold were led by third-year quarterback Landry Jones, who was making his first career start. Jones finished the day with 209 passing yards and 1 touchdown. As for Steeler running back Le'Veon Bell, he ran for 129 yards during the game. The Steelers, and possibly their starting quarterback Ben Roethlisberger, will be back in action this Sunday when they host the Cincinnati Bengals. Kickoff is set for 1 p.m. And for baseball, the Fall Classic is underway as the New York Mets and the Kansas City Royals are now competing to be the World Series champions. The World Series starts this week as the Mets just finished a sweep of the Chicago Cubs, and the Kansas City Royals won the American League division against the Toronto Blue Jays. The series begins this week as Matt Harvey has been named Game 1 starter for the Mets, while the Royals look to get an early lead in the series. Be sure to tune in. In local NHL news, the Pittsburgh Penguins have been off since their 2-1 overtime win on Saturday against the Predators. The Pens will be facing off against their out-of-state rivals, the Washington Capitals, Wednesday night at the Verizon Center in Washington. In other Pens news, former defenseman Sergei Gonchar has been hired by the team as a defensive development coach and the European scout. The 41-year-old Russian player, who played for the team during their 2009 Stanley Cup run, was offered a tryout contract by the team this past preseason, but failed to make the team during final cuts. And I'm Ryan for sports.
Are you interested in featuring your event or club on WSRU TV? You can send us a short paragraph about your club or event on campus, or you can be interviewed by one of our anchors in the studio. Your club could be featured on the TVs in the communication building as well as on our YouTube channel. It's also a great way to show off your club and promote an event on campus. We air news once a week. To get in touch with WSRU TV, email hes1002@sru.edu or tweet WSRU TV. Get your clubs and events featured today.
We're going to send it over to Doug Gilchrist for your weekly weather forecast.
I'm Doug Gilchrist with your weekly weather forecast. Starting off on Thursday, we have a chance of rain with high of 52 degrees and a low of 39 degrees. On Friday, we have partly cloudy skies with a high of 52. Moving on to your weekend, we have temperatures in the mid to upper 50s, cloudy on Saturday, and Sunday, chance of rain, high of 59. On Monday, we have a chance of rain with a high of 63 degrees and a low of 48. Then moving on to Tuesday, it will be rainy again still, a high of 64. And on Wednesday, probably be the best day of the week. We have partly sunny skies and a high of 64 degrees. That's it for your weekly weather. I'm Doug Gilchrist. Back to the news desk.
Thanks, Doug. That's all we have for you this week. I'm Ashley Crago.
And I'm Aisha Aldubian.
Stay spooky, Slippery Rock.